Hey guys, it's DT back with an interesting one for you guys today. So right here we have a box that has been collecting dust in my closet for the last few years. I had pre-ordered this thing when I was first getting into statues. I was looking at Sideshow and I was just picking up everything that caught my eye. But what I didn't realize at the time was that not all Sideshow statues are the same scale. I was picking up a lot of their premium formats, and I made the mistake of thinking that this was a quarter scale statue. Turns out it's a 1/5 scale. This, of course, is their most recent She-Hulk statue. It's actually part of their Adi Granov Artist Series, which I guess is 1/5 scale. But when I got this box, I was like, wow, this is a lot smaller than the other boxes that have come in. I found out it was a smaller scale. I kind of just set it off aside, meaning to come back to it, but other pieces just came in, and you know how it goes, it just kind of sat there waiting to be reviewed. So I thought this would be the perfect time to bring it out of the dungeon and show you guys. Not too long ago, I pre-ordered a custom quarter scale She-Hulk. I think it's gonna look great in my collection, so I thought I would unbox this and enjoy it while I was waiting for the custom to be released. And then maybe when that one comes in, maybe sell this one. I don't know. It looks pretty good. It just doesn't really fit in with my collection, being that it's a smaller scale, but I do have a couple other 1/5 scales that it might go with, so you never know. And of course, the new She-Hulk series is coming out on Disney+, so I thought people would be interested in seeing a She-Hulk statue. I'm planning on releasing this video around the time of the first episode, so let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that it's good. I'm willing to look past any CGI deficiencies as long as the story is good. So let's hope it is. This is number 240 out of 500. I looked on the Sideshow website and they are sold out of this one now. 500 is a pretty low edition size, and this thing did come out a couple years ago. This is the exclusive. I do think this one is an exclusive or bust. I'll tell you a little bit more about that once we get it open. But let's go ahead and do that. Pretty small box here. Love the box. We got the white and pink box with the green on it. And here it is. So here is the picture of the regular edition, the collector's edition here on the front. Kind of breaking through a wall. Little She-Hulk logo here on the back. Let's go ahead and switch the camera and I'll show you guys what's inside. All right, here we go. Let's open it up. I'm hoping nothing is broken because getting replacement parts is probably going to be a long shot now. We got two She-Hulk hands helping me open this box up. I'm actually pretty excited to finally see this thing. Okay, and here's what we get. Obviously things are a little bit smaller than I'm used to. So as you can see, very nice sculpt. We got all her muscles in there. She's got kind of that classic 80s woman bodybuilder physique. Not overly massive. She's got a nice little workout outfit and a nice lower body as well. Very smooth texture, but the paint variation gives it a very realistic skin tone. And then finally at the bottom we have these awesome lifting shoes. Very nice point, gives it kind of that feminine touch. She's also got some workout gloves on. There is a cab door handle. As you'll see in a bit, we have a cab door that connects to it. This one comes with two portraits because it's the exclusive. This one is the collector's edition, or regular portrait. It's sort of the more modern look. She's got the bangs, hair's a little bit more flat. She's got the green lips. It's very nice hair. Sideshow usually does hair very well. This one's no exception to that. It's kind of a big clump, not a whole lot of little strands, but there are some little strands right here that come out. That one looks pretty good, but this is the reason I said this is an exclusive or bust. And here we have the classic 80s hairdo, the big hair, and for me, this is what She-Hulk needs. I think it just goes a lot better with that whole 80s bodybuilder vibe. It's a lot more interesting than that other portrait. But same nice paint job on there, the greens and the blacks. We also get, as I mentioned, a taxi cab door. Green with anger, count to 10 and call Jen. Jennifer Walters, attorney at law. 1-800-CALL-JEN. There she is, unhulked. I'm not sure if that's a picture of a real person. If it is a real person, I guess this statue was based on wherever that is. It's got the checkerboard taxi design on the sides. It's got a little dent there with some scraped paint. Some more little wear battle damage down here because this is a New York City cab. You got the hinges ripped off right there. And then on the inside, we even have the padding and the inside handles. Got the lock there, a little bit of the window coming out. We have the little locking mechanisms of the door there as well. So very detailed little cab door. Here's a look at the base. So very small base, but we have a very large piece of pepperoni pizza that is kind of melting over the side of the sidewalk here. But that is a very detailed pizza. I think that's probably the most detailed pizza in my collection. Look at the detail on the crust there. Melted cheese. We can see kind of the grease on the pepperoni. And then of course we have a fire hydrant. I think this is one of the biggest fire hydrants I have in my collection. I do have a couple statues with fire hydrants. This one's kind of busted open and it's got this clear resin water that's kind of spewing out and kind of splashing on the ground, creating this big puddle. Did a really nice job with that, making it a lot more glossy than the rest of the sidewalk. We've also got some broken up concrete where the whole thing's being ripped out. Up here we've got a little bit more wear and tear. The sides aren't too interesting. They do have these black specks to kind of give it that stone or concrete look, but a pretty simple base. We've got one big key and peg hole there. This one definitely has a small footprint. Maybe I'll stick it on my desk or something. Here's a look at the bottom. And we got the bright colors. Adi Granov Artist Series, She-Hulk statue, number 240 out of 500. I'm not sure how many they made of the regular, but they're all sold out now. If you want this one, you'll have to buy it second hand. And then finally, we've got the pizza rat here. So I think it's awesome they included a little rat. This guy is very detailed as well. See all his little fur and hair, even his little buck teeth. I'm not sure if they based this off that little clip in the subway where the rat was carrying the pizza, if they just thought a rat was necessary since this is a New York City scene. But there you go, those are all the pieces. Let's go ahead and get this thing assembled. Let's take out the base. I don't think we're gonna need instructions for this one. Seems pretty straightforward. Keys in right there. Not a whole lot of wiggle going on. Keys in right here where the handle would be, like that. I think this scene does kind of appear in a comic book where she rips off the door of a taxi cab, kind of paying homage to that. I'm gonna go ahead and stick the exclusive portrait on because I'm almost 99% sure I'm gonna be using this one. And finally, we have the little rat, and I guess you can put them wherever you want because there's no key, peg, or magnet, but I'm just gonna put him by the pizza because this little guy deserves some pizza. Right there. He's like, yeah, I got some pizza. So I think the pizza is a little bit overscaled. That is a big slice of pizza. If you actually stuck the other pieces of pizza next to this to make a whole pie, I think it'll actually be bigger than the base. Definitely an extra large. So here it is, She-Hulk. So She-Hulk first appeared in the Savage She-Hulk #1 way back in 1980. She is, of course, Jennifer Walters, attorney at law, who becomes She-Hulk after she gets a blood transfusion from her cousin, Bruce Banner. I'm very interested to see how they treat her story in the TV show. If you guys have already seen the TV show when you're watching this, leave me a comment down below letting me know what you guys think of it. Okay, so let's take a look at the statue. So we've already pretty much covered the entire thing. But it's She-Hulk standing on a city street. She's ripped the door off a taxi cab. I'm guessing she's responsible for also damaging this fire hydrant and making the water gush all over the place. I think the pizza is just kind of there to fill up some space with Mr. Rat. Obviously, being able to rip off the door of a taxi cab lends to the whole story of her having superhuman strength. It doesn't look like she's putting much effort into it, holding it up with one hand. I really love her physique. I think the pose is great. She's got the single bicep flex going on. I really like the glossy treatment on the sides of her unitard. Kind of brings out that shiny spandex look from the late 80s. This is like a pose you'd see on the cover of Muscle Fitness. Love the big flowing hair. My only wish is that this thing was bigger. Very sexy looking She-Hulk. Even though I don't think I'm gonna like it as much, let's go ahead and switch out the heads. It's got a really strong magnet, and it's got some weight to it as well. Let's go ahead and give her the regular portrait. You know, it's okay. It's got a very pleasant looking face. Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It does fit the pose. However, I just think it looks a little bit boring. It's a nice portrait. I just like the other one. We're gonna put this one back in the box. Usually I keep portraits out just in case I wanna switch them out, but you know, I don't think I'm ever gonna use this one. So I'm gonna wrap this one back up, leave this one on. I'm looking online and it looks like they actually made 1,000 of the collector edition, and that's sold out as well. I guess people didn't mind not having the exclusive head. They liked it enough to buy up all 1,000 of them. It looks like the rat is actually supposed to be holding this side of the pizza up. Gives it a little bit more action, kind of takes him out of the background. I think 1/5 scale is a nice middle scale, not too big, not too small. It just doesn't really work out too well if all you have are 1/4 scale or 1/3 scale statues. But maybe I'll look into seeing what else they have in this series. Maybe I'll have to make a little area on my desk for these pieces because they'll easily fit in there and they don't take up a whole lot of room. So that was my Sideshow She-Hulk that has finally come out of the box after 2 or 3 years in hiding. I like it a lot. I'll have to bring her back out once I get that custom She-Hulk, and we'll do a little bit of a comparison. But for now, this is my She-Hulk. She's gonna go on my desk, and every time I look at her, I will be inspired to go work out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.